Stay on the mission, coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know, it's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. It's our time. It's our time. You draw, fight.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
61, matchbox, light.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
He's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. General West. 58, right over there, yeah. Get it.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready?
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Set, 30 base.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Let's go.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight? Tight ends.
Go.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 33 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly against, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Goff now looking to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're running with Gurley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. But you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
90 Wolf.
58 right there. Army. Watch twist.
Pilot, 64, weak. Speed grip,
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of time.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, gone. This is caught, it's Cooks. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down. Gone. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. Woods, the intended receiver.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now Jones. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The 2 teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the New York Giants. Two teams have met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check. Recon, 132 fighting.
Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Jones. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
A gain of 4 yards.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
36. I got you.
Shoot.
Now it's Barkley. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards and a giant first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Set. 60 or. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Off play action. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Taking it in from a yard out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now it's Jackson being chased out left. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good pickup there at 22.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Jackson, option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack is by Janoris Jenkins coming in off the corner. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
21 yards there on 3rd down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. A 1st down run by Barkley unsuccessful as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Ready, break.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Let's get it. Go to 70, Indy.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. It's a party now. It's a party now.
5. Tackle, shoot.
Jones now on 3rd down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 13 yards, good for a giant 1st down.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Barkley looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better.
And he can't find anywhere there to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Flushed out right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's third down.
Brings up third down and 20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Break. Check.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On the draw, this is Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Throwing on third and long. Jones. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Jenkins on the coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson now off the bootleg. And that's incomplete.
Jackson on the keeper. Intended for Willie Snead. Incomplete. Results in a fourth down.
Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The throw over the middle taken in, and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters. No. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 44 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now?
Bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model.
It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got... It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready and 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the New England Patriots. They played two of the more memorable Super Bowls in recent history. The Giants and Patriots are underway again.
All day.
Hey, set, wide, 80. Right here, right here.
Brady now on first down. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Hey, 66.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. Caught by the tight end Watson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm. Let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot, and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Dayon Buchanan coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
X3, 218, chopper.
On first down, Barkley. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Recon, 132 fighter.
On second down, Barkley. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Jones throwing on first down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run with Barkley. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And Ingram holds it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16.
50 points.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Barkley. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Hey, they scared. Sponge. No. 61, matchbox. Ready?
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Wait, that 380. 29. I hope you brought your reps because I'm about to take you to school. General West. Check. Go bandit.
Brady gives to Michelle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The tackle by Leonard Williams. It's a big
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Wait, that 29.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Brady with a hook up to the fellow veteran Watson. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Wait, that 53.
Play action. Now it's Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Matt Lacoste. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. On the ground, Michelle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Check it out. 36. Topper. 29.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Michelle on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far.
Mike 29. Pilot 64. Reach. Mike 28.
Here's Brady to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the recon, 132 fighter.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A handoff to Barkley, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. 20! That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
And there's an example of not taking your practice work, your drill work, and turning it into game speed. You work on that all the time. Third and long, you want to let them make the catch, rally to the football, tackle them short of the sticks. The pursuit there, not that great.
Yeah, not great. That may be an understatement. That turned into a big play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Ready?
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal.
Greystone travel. Hustle. Deep grip.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Now Brady looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, 33 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. And he's able to bring